Get that kid. Get that kid. Hey.
That kid's going.
Hey.
Hey, yo.
Talk about security in Chinatown. We're safe out here. What's up, VK family? Welcome to another video on Vital's YouTube channel. We appreciate you for joining us as always with Mr. IH Productions behind the camera. But as you guys can see, we're starting off a little bit different today. We are not in the sneaker room and we are not doing an early review. Don't worry, we're still gonna keep that coming. But today is the first vlog of hopefully many to come on this channel. And our intention is just to be able to show you a little bit more about the VK lifestyle, what we do as a business, but also what we do in the city of Chicago, right? And if you saw the title specifically for today, we'll be talking about the newest update for Vital Kicks Incorporated, which is our flagship brick and mortar store that we are planning to open up in the next month or two, depending on renovations, in the lovely city of Chicago in Chinatown. All right, so we'll be talking about all those details, hopefully answer some of your questions today, and just show off some of our thinking and strategies too, right? And maybe we'll learn something from you. That being said, can't wait to do it, and we hope for plenty of your interaction throughout this video as well. All right, let's get it.
Audio Jungle.
Get that kid. Get that kid. Hey. Hey.
Hey, yo.
Talk about security in Chinatown. We're safe out here.
Audio Jungle.
All right, Vital, so why Chinatown?
Okay, that's a great question. I mean, we were scouting for a few months before I landed on this spot in Chinatown, so it wasn't like my only option in my mind, right? But if you've been following me for a while, specifically for a few years, 3 years ago, 2020, I did my first pop-up shop in Chinatown. Actually struck a deal with a art gallery and I went up on the second floor. You can actually check it out on my Instagram right now and see all that history too. But rented out the spot for 3 months, only did pop-ups on the weekends, so it ended up being 12 consecutive weekends, and it was very successful, right? So I already was able to feel out the market, and in terms of Chicago, if you're not from here, it's a very segregated community, right? Very segregated city. And, you know, if you're a certain race, you're more likely to stay within your community or within the immediate neighborhood. What I noticed popping up in all different neighborhoods of Chicago is when you pop up in the Latino neighborhood, mostly Latinos would come, and that was it, right? If you popped up in a black neighborhood, that was also what you saw. But in Chinatown, from the 3 months we were here, we noticed everybody came. There was no type of alliance or anything like that, or people just felt comfortable coming here, and that's true for Chinatown when you really just sit around and look too. The foot traffic is high. There's a high demand for shopping and spending money because people just know there's a lot you can get out of Chinatown every experience. So on top of that, now with Vital Kicks opening up a store here, they'll also get the option of a sneaker consignment streetwear store, because on top of everything I just said, that is definitely a missing market in this town. So that's one big reason. Lastly, just to connect more so with my identity. It makes a lot more sense, right? I signed the lease maybe 2 weeks ago, and in the scouting of Chinatown, that was a good month, maybe two, where I really got to connect with the community, talk to the landlord, talk to the business owners, and just connect to my own roots. I haven't spoken more Chinese in the past 2 months. I haven't spoken as much Chinese as I have in the past 2 months than since I moved out here, right? I'm the only one from my family in Chicago. The rest of my family's in New York, so the speaking Chinese and having to speak to my grandma and all that and indulging in Asian culture, I haven't done it too much ever since I moved out here. So all that to say, Chinatown and just reconnecting with my roots, that's also another big reason that just makes this move feel right. Okay, and we are pulling up to the spot right now. Let's check it out. All right, VK family, so we are here in Chinatown. I wanted to show you guys a little bit of the landmarks before we get to the spot. Right now, we are on West Cermak Road. Mr. IH Productions, if you could just shoot that little street sign for us. Okay, so that's where the shop's located. We're not gonna give you the exact address till closer to our grand opening, but let's point out some of the really hot landmarks around, just so you can see how hot of an area this is, right? And I'll actually answer the question of why Chinatown too, because the location is unbeatable. All right, check out this new Starbucks. That's new. Everybody needs Starbucks. Not very Chinatown, not very Asian, but everybody needs Starbucks, so I'm with it. And then right across the street, you can see that is going to be Chinatown Square. And if you know anything about Chicago Chinatown, that's called New Chinatown, and where all the new businesses, all the boba shops, all the restaurants are opening up. So you know it's a hot area, plenty of foot traffic, especially as the weather gets nicer, right? But let's keep on making our way down the street. Actually, on the opposite side of the street is gonna be Old Chinatown. All right, so again, if you've never been to Chinatown in Chicago, that side of Cermak is gonna be old, the businesses that have been around for like 20, 30 years, whereas this side is all the new heat. All right, but what's really sweet is right across the street, you see that little strip of restaurants. Just know Pho Cafe is Vital endorsed. It is the best Viet spot in Chicago where you can get pho and anything Vietnamese. So if you walk in there, let them know that Vital sent you, because we are there every other day, all right? Just know that, just know that. Let's make our way to the shop though.
Hey Vital, before everybody asks in the comments, we gotta see that fit.
What up, I got you. Sorry, I was just watching this cop get crazy right now. Hello, that's right. Welcome to Chicago, okay? Never forget, it gets crazy out here. Anyways, fit check, okay. We got a hat club, Oakland A's. The Oakland Athletics hat, right? Real classic with the different colors. So definitely got to show that. I'll show some love to Hat Club, even though I show way more love to the small local businesses, but this one was fire, so I needed that. I got on a Kith overcoat with the nice little satin finish. As you can see, I don't know if the camera could catch it. It's actually polyester though, but we don't really got to tell people that, all right? As for the t-shirt, we got the Wizard of the Barge t-shirt. Super dope colorway. I actually got it. Ooh, excuse me, just ripped off the mic. I actually got it from a thrift shop, so I actually don't know if it's dope, but it matches the fitted, so it is what it is, all right? We got some Express jeans because we got a budget somewhere, all right? We got a budget somewhere. But lastly, we got the Court Purple 2.0s on feet. You know that's where we go hard in terms of the fit. I make shoe contact before I make eye contact, so you know I'm always going hardest there. And finally, boom, we got the Eco Drive Citizen Bedazzled. You know how we do it. All right, enough about me. Let's get to this spot. Welcome to the future of Vital Kicks.
So what plans do you have for today?
Actually, we got a lot, right? So I'll walk you through it a little bit. As you guys can see, the contractors got started a little bit with the demolition. We're gonna have to demolish a lot of these things first. All right, so the floor, all the carpets is gonna be ripped out. We're gonna get a brand new vinyl, beautiful flooring on it. Take a look at the front of the store. Pretty old school, right? We got these platforms right here, which I guess were cool in these windows, but it feels a little closed in when you walk in. So we're gonna knock all this out so that the floor goes all the way in, and when you walk in, it'll be nice and open. All right, walls are pretty good. Obviously, we're gonna repaint them, make them look pretty, and then get the racks and shelves up there for everything that we're gonna sell: sneakers, clothes, hats, all that hype stuff, you know? If you take a look at the ceilings, clearly not too attractive right now. So they're also gonna redo the ceilings. We're gonna get something updated, some really cool lighting that I've picked out already. And we're not gonna let you know until we actually open. Like I said, we'll be showing you guys the process, but that's the main jobs up here. Pretty small cosmetic stuff, even though it looks a little crazy in here. Floors, ceilings, walls, front. And then the last thing we gotta work on in here, which isn't too pretty right now, is the bathroom, all right? But no problem, small job for the constructors. So that's about it.
You're gonna be doing some decent renovations to the space, so how do you know this is gonna be the right move?
Yeah, after going through that list of things we gotta fix up, it definitely was a little scary, right? Every new opportunity is going to be a risk, and at least at first, right now, it's definitely a money sucker, right? Because we're not selling out the space. So that being said, the first thing has to be confidence, right? Though it is an upfront investment, I'm confident that investment is gonna return plus more, just because of our location, just because of the business I built and the people I have around me, right? But on top of that, on a more personal level for Vital Kicks, we've done it all at this point, right? We've been alive since 2017, so that's 6 years. I think 5 going on 6 years actually, maybe even more. And we've sold locally, right? Through Facebook, through Instagram, we built those those platforms. We've dropped our new website this year. We've engaged in every other third-party platform there is for selling, and I've been selling locally, meeting up with people, doing pop-up shops for years, right? So for me personally, there was no other way to go up or elevate the business besides getting a little bit more grounded in this city, showing people we're serious by opening up a store, and just showing everybody how legit and what type of business we run, right? That was the only way to really elevate this business. So on top of it being a great location, a great investment, I think this is the only appropriate thing for Vital Kicks as a business. Let's really show the city what we do and how we do it.
So I know you got a lot going into this space, so how do you predict the store's gonna do?
Yeah. Well, honestly, before I even signed the lease, I had a few contractors come in and give me the estimates. So to be transparent, more or less 60K is going into the renovation to make the spot glow up and look exactly how we like it, because we know we're a premium business and the physical storefront means a lot in terms of giving off that message, right? So 60K sounds crazy, definitely scary, but I wouldn't have made that risk if I didn't think we'd be successful here. And when I think about every other storefront that I've looked at, what opportunity or age in my life I'd be able to do this, there is no better time and better location than here, right? We're right in the middle of old Chinatown and new Chinatown. Like I told you, foot traffic is crazier more than ever. Sneaker culture is high, and so is clothes and all the hype stuff, right? So I can't see a better opportunity than right here. And to be honest, everything's a risk, right? I said that at the beginning, and if I didn't just rip off the Band-Aid and do it, I probably never would. Right? So maybe that's something that motivates you to want to do something like that as well. All right, so you heard a little bit of a ballpark number, but if you want to learn more about the specifics, definitely tune in on us, because like we said, this is going to be a series. All right, so I want you guys to be a part of the growth where you can see the spot develop. On part 2, we're going to break down the numbers a little bit, talk a little bit about the inventory that it takes to be confident in opening up the store, but also just to show you guys the development, right? I think by that time, contractors will be in here, probably would have done a few things already, so you'll see that as well. But that being said, me and Mr. Ice Productions have a lot of wall dust, ceiling dust, drywall, whatever it is, in our lungs right now. It's floating around, and I definitely taste it and I hear it in my voice. So we are gonna get out of here. We're about to go link up with my boy Sky so that we can grab a bite and talk a little bit of business as well, all right? But that being said, be sure to join us be sure to join us on part 2 where you can learn more about this. Let me say this. If there was a question that we didn't answer in this video, either put it in the comments so that we can have that conversation and really engage with each other, or put it in the comments so that we can have it in part 2 for you and we can get real specific about who's asking it too, all right? So we appreciate you, VK family, but that being said, let's go grab a bite.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
IVK family, so we appreciate you for watching this full video. We hope you learned a thing or two, and if you didn't, again, make sure you join us on our second video. And now it is time for us to eat, because we've been waiting and the food is here. Till next time, VK family.